What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all feeling okay. Hoping all is well. So I've been gone a little bit. I just came back from vacation. I was in Puerto Rico, and I think it's about time for me to finally make a video. So with this current console generation, PS5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch, I guess, gamers have been getting a lot of great games to play and these great consoles. But for me and for a lot of people, it seems like Xbox has stuck out and is honestly taking over. And for me, currently, I think Xbox is the best place to play right now. And I'm going to go over several reasons why. And honestly, I'm not just going to sit here and pretend that Xbox does everything better than PlayStation and Nintendo, because that's completely false. I can tell you right now, when it comes to first-party content, Nintendo is so far above and ahead of Sony and Xbox in that regard. They have like games like Breath of the Wild, Smash Bros, Mario, and Fire Emblem, some of the greatest games I've ever played. And I feel Sony and Xbox haven't really competed on that level yet, but I still feel all around Xbox is the best place to play. But before I get into those reasons why, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, share the video if you can, hit me up in that comment section below. And with that being said, let's begin. Now, the first reason why I think Xbox is the best place to play is the actual console quality. And I'm not going to get into like specific like the specs and stuff like that, because honestly, I don't care too much about that. I care about the experience. But the console is just great build quality along with the controller. I have had no issues with my console or my controller, no drifting like I have had with my Switch. I had all of them. I have 4 Joy-Cons. All of them had drifting problems, and I had to send all of them to get fixed. And PS5, the new DualSense, drifting problems. And I don't have a PS5 yet, but nearly everyone I know with a PS5 has had problems with their PS5 and had to return it, or they're having problems with their controller, the controller dying too much, they're not able to connect to the internet, just loads of issues. And me with my Xbox, along with everybody else I know with an Xbox Series X or S, has had 0 problems with their console. And what I love about the console is it's so quiet and it blows like hot air out the fan, which is what it's supposed to do, which keeps the system cool, so we won't have to worry about the red ring of death in the Xbox 360 era. And for me personally, this is going to be subjective, but I like the way the console looks over the PS5. I really love the way the Series S looks over all the consoles. I'm not going to say I like it how it looks more than the Switch, because I mean they're 2 very different things, and honestly I think the Switch is a gorgeous piece of tech. I just wish they would update it a bit, but it's small and you could take it anywhere. But yeah, that's what I like about the Xbox console. And as far as the controller, it just works well. I know a lot of people are like in love with the DualSense, and I feel like the DualSense will be a great experience for like those single player cinematic movie type games that Sony makes. But I feel like it, as far as like competitive gaming, like for games like Call of Duty or even like 2K or whatever, I feel like that's going to hinder your progress a tad bit, because for instance, they have like certain guns have different resistance on the trigger, and if you're there having to pull harder on a trigger to shoot a gun versus somebody on PC or Xbox that all they got to do is pull the trigger regularly, there's going to be some sort of advantage for people not using the DualSense. And I'm pretty sure you could turn that feature off. I'm not entirely sure, but if you can, then that's perfect. And also with the controller, the backward compatibility with the console, that's a big thing. All your Xbox One peripherals except the Kinect, such as like the Xbox One controller and the TV remote, that all works with the Xbox Series X and S. So that is a wonderful thing, which kind of ties into what my next reason is. Okay, now reason number 2 why I feel like Xbox is the best place to play is the customer service. They actually care about the customer. Like, they care about you. Whenever or if ever there's an issue or a misunderstanding with like a game, or like you don't understand something in the menu settings, or if you accidentally, like I had a problem where I bought a game digitally and thinking it was going to be good, and then I didn't like it, so I reached out to them to get my money back, and they gave it back to me, no problem, no hassle at all. Whereas Sony and Nintendo, once you buy a digital game, I mean, that's it. You can't get your money back. Even if someone else purchased it on your system for you by accident, like let's say you have a daughter, niece, or nephew, whatever, or son, and they go on your console and buy a game on Nintendo or Sony consoles, you're stuck with it. Or you may be able to get a refund, but you might have to jump through hoops of fire just to do that. Whereas Xbox, it's all good. They take care of you. It's amazing. And it's just like, even with their services, which I'm definitely going to get into later on in the video, it's just all around, they care about the customer. I feel like I'm being well taken care of, and I can worry less. I don't have to worry about, man, I'm going to buy this game, and I'm worried about spending the money on it, because if I don't like it, I'm stuck with it. Xbox has you covered. You play it, and I believe it's up to like an hour. You have up to like an hour to play, and if you don't like it, return it. All good. Okay, and the third reason why I think Xbox is the best right now is because of their games. And this is subjective as well. There's a minority of people who feel Xbox has no games, which is completely false. They're out of their mind. But their games are just good and fun. Not all of them, because they have some crappy games. Talking to you, Crackdown 3, such a crap show. But they have some games that you can enjoy with yourself, and what's most important is you can enjoy them with everyone you play with. They're not just single one and done games, and that's my biggest gripe with Sony games. Their games, for me, like my PlayStation 4 is a dust collector, because they come out with a game, I play it for about a week or two, beat it, and that's it. Is there, my PlayStation is there collecting dust until they come out with a new game. And when it comes to third-party games, I always prefer to play them on my Xbox, because that's where all of my friends are, and they play the games I like to play, usually play better on Xbox. So when it comes to Xbox, they just have a wide variety of single player, multiplayer, and it's just games that you can enjoy with a lot of people and continue playing. They're not games that, okay, it came out, I'm gonna play it for a week and then that's it. No, you will be able to play these games throughout the generation because they keep adding content to them. Now it's different where something like Sea of Thieves, where they release it unfinished and then they release content. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when they release a game that is full of content and keep adding on to it, like Gears 5, Forza, Halo, and Outer Worlds and stuff like that. It's just amazing. And speaking of Sea of Thieves, amazing game. The game is full of content right now, and they keep adding on to it, and they're going to keep adding on and updating that game. So that's a big reason why Xbox is a great place to play these games, because you're not gonna get tired of playing games, and there's just an amazing amount of games to play. Okay, and a fourth reason why I think Xbox is the best place to play is the convenience. Everything just works with Xbox. I have an Xbox Series X and an Xbox One, and I play my Xbox Series X on my 4K TV. It looks beautiful, and I play like games like Star Wars Jedi. I've been playing that on Game Pass because it's free with subscription, and along with every other game. And when I shut that off, because let's say the kids want to take over the TV, I go over to my monitor and play it on my Xbox One, and all my saves just seamlessly go over. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to move, and it's so convenient. It's so seamless. It's so easy, and I love that. Whereas I was looking into getting a Switch Lite along with my Switch, but I wanted to see how the save transfers go with that, and it's such a pain to go from console to console with your save files. And even with Sony, with the PS5, it's so terrible. Like, I don't understand why they're making it so difficult for the customer. And speaking of convenience, which also ties into the console, if you want to upgrade your storage with Xbox, you can just you will have to buy that very expensive SSD they have, which they need to bring the price down, but all you have to do is buy it and plug it in. Whereas Sony, for instance, they currently don't have you currently can't expand the SSD storage, but when you're able to, you need a screwdriver, you need tools. You need a screwdriver, you need to unscrew part of the PlayStation, unscrew another part, put the SSD in, screw everything back together, hoping you do it right. And it may be easy for a lot of people, but I guarantee you, for the average gamer, the average consumer, they're going to have a problem with that. They're going to mess things up. They're either going to buy the wrong component. And that's where Xbox takes the lead. They are so much more convenient to the gamer versus the other consoles. Now, another feature which is extremely convenient that I absolutely love, and it's honestly a shame that it's not being talked about more, is you're able to download games on your console from your phone. Let me give you an example of what I did here. I was on vacation in Puerto Rico, And while I was on vacation, I got a notification from Game Pass saying Octopath Traveler was available on Game Pass. And I was so excited to finally play that game. So I looked at it on my phone, downloaded it on my phone to my console. So when I came back from vacation, the game was already there, ready for me to play. I didn't have to put it to download at nothing. And I did the same thing with Watch Dogs Legion before the game released, because I wanted that game, but I was gonna wait for it to go on sale. So I downloaded the game without having to pay for it. And then I went and bought the physical copy while it was on sale. And all I had to do was pop in the disc, and right then and there, I was able to play it, and not waiting for any downloads at all. That is so convenient and such an amazing feature. Another very convenient feature to have is Quick Resume, which allows you to have multiple games open at once, and you can just hop from game to game playing where you last left off. That's so convenient when I'm playing a single player game like Star Wars Jedi, and I get an invitation to play Watch Dogs Online or Call of Duty online, and then I accept that invitation and I play with my friends for a while. And then when that's over, I just go right back to Star Wars and I'm right where I left off. It's amazing. It's a great feature. And I can't believe like the other consoles don't have that. But then again, if Xbox didn't have that, I wouldn't have known how great of a feature it is. So that's another great feature to have. Okay, and now my final reason why Xbox is the best place to play: Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. I know you hear about this a lot. A lot of gamers talk about Game Pass. It is the best deal in gaming. The amount of high quality games, you get over hundreds of games. It's just super high quality, to indie titles to AA. And I'm not saying every single game on there is amazing, because there's some games, I haven't played all of them obviously, but there's some games that aren't that good, and there's just an amazing amount of great games on there, and games that you wouldn't necessarily try out. But let me give you an example. I discovered one of my favorite party games through Game Pass, which is Overcooked. And looking at that game, I necessarily wouldn't have bought it, but seeing that it's free on Game Pass to play, I played that with my family and I fell in love with it to the point where I did end up buying it. And that's the thing with Game Pass. You, of course, like, you don't necessarily own all those games, but if you want to, you get a discount to buy them. And a lot of people don't know this. They think the discount is only for digital games. Stores like Target and Best Buy do price match. So if you call like a Target or Best Buy and speak to a manager in the electronic department, and you let them know, hey, this game is on sale for this amount on Xbox Game Pass, do you think you could get me this same price on the physical version over there? A lot of times they would say yes. It really depends on the store, but yeah, you can get digital and physical games at a discount because of Game Pass. And getting back to just the library of games that are on Game Pass, they have all of the Kingdom Hearts games. They have just all the Gears games, the Halo games, Forza. Forza is one of the best games ever, easily the best driving racing game ever. And they just have an insane amount of high quality games. And just for $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate, you get to play all these games on your console. You get the online membership. You get to play it if you have PC, you play it on your PC. If you have an Android device, you get to play it on xCloud, or even if you have an Apple device, xCloud is coming to Apple devices very soon, probably within the next few months. So it's just an amazing service that's unrivaled. Sony has nothing that competes against Game Pass, and Nintendo has nothing that competes with Game Pass either. And we all know how Stadia turned out, and it's just, there's nothing like Game Pass right now. It's a steal. It's honestly, I feel like it's a must-have for any type of gamers. If you're primarily a PC player, you have Game Pass, you're good. If you play primarily on Nintendo or PlayStation, you can play through xCloud, you can get a PC, or if you don't have any of that, a Series S, just download Game Pass, $15 a month. Or if you don't want all that, you can just pay the $10 per month, which I don't think it comes with gold, but it's just, you guys have to find a way to get into Game Pass. It's only $1. It starts off as $1 a month, and it's so worth it. And there's gonna be games to play throughout your whole console generation. You're never gonna run out of things to play. And just think of it like this: for $15 a month, that's about like 2 or 3 games to buy full price out of the year. Or you can just get Game Pass and you're getting hundreds of games to play. That's the beauty of it. You're saving so much money through Game Pass, and I can't stress this enough. It is the best deal in gaming, possibly the best deal in entertainment, period. Okay, so these are the reasons why I think Xbox is the best place to play currently. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm not going to pretend like it does everything better than the other companies, because it doesn't. And there's still things they can do better, as well as Nintendo and Sony. But the main thing is all three companies are doing great, and this is such a good time to be a gamer because PlayStation 5 is absolutely killing it. You can't even get a PS5 right now. Same with Series X and Series S. You can't even find one. They're killing it. And Nintendo Switch, the sales are just insane, especially with the new Monster Hunter Rise. Oh my goodness, it's just like all three companies are killing it right now, and it's just a great time to be a gamer and for all gamers to unite and just enjoy each other's experiences and just talk about it. I love talking about video games, and we don't have to like bash on each other or hate each other, which is, like I said, is very silly and immature. But there's no problem with having a preference. You can like Sony, you can like Nintendo, you can like PC, you can like Xbox, doesn't matter. As long as you're gaming, that's all that matters. Okay, yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I really hope you guys liked it. I don't want to start like this kind of like console war thing, because I'm not into that at all. But please let me know what you guys think. What do you think is the best console? Do you think Xbox is the best? Do you think PlayStation's better? How about Nintendo? Do you like Game Pass? Do you think Sony's PS Plus or PS Now is better? Please let me know in the comment section below. Once again, please like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.